Like a child at Christmas.
I am. We're going to pick up our first ever camper van. This is the start of our life of adventure, and I am quietly excited because I can't be overtly excited because Mark says I'm too excitable. So I'm quietly
Calm down, woman.
being excited. I can't wait. We'll show you around in a bit.
So yeah, that's all good.
So you just swap them over when this one's empty. You swap them over.
Just switch it over. Exactly. Yeah. You're
unscrew. That's the left-hand third in it, so you screw it that way to get it off.
You're right.
I don't know.
So that's all straightforward. I think it's on, so you'll be able to test it.
But you are, before you drive away, you turn your gas off. So don't travel with your gas switched on.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So these little tips we don't know.
Yes. Make sure you turn your gas off.
Using gas at the moment.
Okay.
But I'm going to turn it off there, and that's off. So this is the source, and this is what you want to do with it. So that's gas and electric 1, gas and electric 2. That's only electric 1 and electric 2 only.
So what's the difference between electric 1 and electric 2?
I'm not sure of it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's to do with the voltage when you're hooked up at a campsite. That's off at the moment. So if you wanted an electric, put it on electric source.
Okay.
And then you can put it on gas. On heating there. Now, if you wanted heating and hot water, you turn it on there. That's the temperature of the water, and that's also the heating at the same time. Now, if you wanted just the water, you can either put it on 40 or 60.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the power. Now, if you wanted to check, that's the awning light which turns the outside. Yeah.
You're getting blinded.
No, it's not. It's
LED, isn't it?
yeah, it is LED.
The water pump. Oh, I have it also.
Yeah.
So you put
If I turn it
every
on.
time you want to use water.
This is the view levels. This is the
There's your battery.
that's the battery.
And it's plugged in, so it's going to be high.
Yeah, high. That's the
Fresh water. 3/4.
It's over 3/4 full, and that's the wastewater.
But that's not the toilet, that's the waste water. That's the grey water, not the toilet water.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
The toilet water, you just open it up and look.
Okay.
Because the ignition is electric. Yeah.
There you
There you
go.
go.
And you wouldn't even get gas out of it with that power on.
No, you can
You get the gas out, but you
Just
wouldn't get
with
the
light.
ignition, so you'd have to light it with a match or something.
Yes.
I think the advice is to
To sit in it.
pull it forward
Ah,
as
okay.
much as possible.
Yeah.
And then you just switch that lever there
Gotcha.
elementary, and then you push it back.
It is easier to sit once you sit in it, but most of these seats aren't the engine. That little bit of weight on, and you can just turn around in it.
Yeah.
It is easier.
And the same with that one there, but it only goes.
It only goes so far.
Yeah, it's clean, isn't it? Spotlessly
It
clean.
is, isn't it? I know. I'm impressed myself because it's one of the first things I kind of look at. So let me look at the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Mark's domain, not mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Come and meet Pete. Pete is our brand new Auto Cruise Rhythm campervan. This is us. It's all still incredibly good condition considering it's 13 years old. She's a 2011 Auto Cruise, but she's in such lovely condition. So we went for 2 singles with a bed conversion, a lounge conversion, partly because we wanted the convenience of if we don't want to pull the bed together, we can just have it as 2 singles and have a couple of sleeping bags, which seems to suit us, I think. Well, we think it'll suit us. We won't know until we start using it. We did sacrifice garage space because of that, but we will see how we get on with that. So we've got the table there and loads of storage, obviously, because we've literally just picked her up from the vendor. There's absolutely nothing in here, but lots of storage up here, lots of storage on the other side. We've got this sort of cabinet here which has a pull down Avtex TV. I don't know if we'll ever watch TV in the van. So it's actually got a full size, well, a 3-ring burner, which I'm not actually too worried about having an oven and things. I think we could have managed just as well with just a hob and probably an air fryer, but it does have a Thetford oven and grill. We might actually use the grill, and then a beautiful 3-ring burner, and it's absolutely pristine. It's only done 35,000 miles, I think. I think this might be an addition. It doesn't look like the original wood, but I quite like the 2 shelves there. And then another cupboard here above the kitchen. We've got the sink here. Quite a good sized sink for the 2 of us. I think that's there just to stop any drips. Both captain's seats do swivel, but obviously we've got the shower cabinet here, so the driver's seat only swivels part way, but the passenger seat swivels all the way round. And then there's this pull-up extension piece here, so with the passenger seat turned round, it's a little bit of extra space. Over here we've got a really good size cupboard. A bit dark in there, I realise, but hanging rail up the top, and plenty of space. There's some stuff in there. That looks like the remote for the TV. Good old bungee cord. Is there a light in here? Oh, of course there's no power on at the minute, so that won't work. So we've got the good size storage there, and fridge with an ice box, nice mirror, because you know us girls like to have a mirror to see whether we look all right or not. And then it's got the shower, the toilet, probably not sure how much we'll use the shower, but I definitely wanted a toilet. I didn't want a kind of a, you know, pull out toilet or anything. So, and then just the drop down sink. I think we'll probably leave that up and just use the sink in the kitchen if we need to wash our hands. I can imagine the shower will be a bit of a storage space as well. Then above the cab we've got some storage up there. Another little bit of storage here next to all the control panels. And I can't wait. Oh, I've got a bit more storage there in the side door as well. Little bin already in place. And I just need to fill it with our things now. So I am very excited. It's a brand new adventure for us. We've never owned a camper van before. We've never owned a caravan. We've never even done camping. So I know we've got a huge amount of stuff to learn. So if you've got any top tips, please do drop them in the comments for us. We've got 2 dogs, so we're just looking into things like European passports and health check certificates and all of that sort of thing. It does look a little bit of a minefield, but I'm sure we'll figure it all out. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and get all of the stuff that I've pulled together to kit the van out and start putting that all in place. I'm sure as time goes on, I'll realise that I've packed in here stuff that I don't need, and then we'll realise the stuff we do need that I haven't got in here. But I'm really looking forward to just the whole learning process of how to do van life. Now, obviously, we're not full-time van lifers yet. Who knows? But I think there's a lot to learn. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those journeys where you start off thinking you know enough and then realise you know nothing and have to keep learning. We've been doing loads and loads of YouTubing and researching, and all of those YouTube videos are brilliant, but it's like anything, you don't really take it in until you're doing it, and then you come across a problem and the problem causes you to go and find out the answer. So yeah, exciting times. I am beyond excited for this, if I'm honest. So we've had the camper van a day, and we've had a last minute spur of the moment idea to go and find a campsite locally. So we're going to Ferry Meadows in Peterborough, which is about a 35-minute drive. And we are going to give this camping lark a go. We're probably not the most organised for this. We probably should have spent a little bit more time planning. But we've got everything we think we might need. I have to say, the van is, I don't know how we do this, but it's looking just a little bit untidy already. We've got our 2 little poochers safely stowed away. Say hello. Who's that? Say hello. So they're safely stowed away. Whether that's the way we'll always transport them or not, I don't know. That's a lesson we're going to have to learn. But yeah, everything is looking okay. It is quite late. It's pitch black outside. We're probably not doing this right. We should have probably got to the campsite for our very first adventure, at least in daylight. But hey, you know, baptism of fire and all of that. So we'll let you know how we get on. This is Mark making sure that we don't make any rookie mistakes, like driving off with the electric still hooked up to the wall. Okay, I think we're just about set and ready to go, but Mark's just gone to get a phone charger, a USB port for the 12-volt cigarette lighter. Our car has got all the mod cons and the van hasn't, so we've suddenly realised we've got no way of plugging the phone in while we're driving. So yeah, I think we're just about there though. It could be a long journey. It could be a long experience, this. Mark has just been away for ages. So what are you doing? He said, well, I need my floss.
What have you got for breakfast?
Eh?
What have you got for breakfast?
Well, I've got my breakfast. I'm on the diet, so
well,
I've got my
I'll get back
stuff.
in and get some breakfast in, do we?
Right, what do you need?
I have something to eat. A toast? Have we got a toaster?
Okay.
I normally have Marmite and toast.
We haven't got a toaster, no, darling. It's a van.
Right. Have we got enough milk for
Yes,
muesli?
we've got plenty of milk, yeah.
I'll get some muesli.
Okay, can we only take 5 minutes, though, instead of 5 hours?
We're meant to be dancing now. We're not sitting in a dark.
No sense of adventure. Oh, I thought you said that I'm not in the middle. I thought you said you wanted to be this side. Hello. All right, okay, I misunderstood what you said. I thought you said you wanted to be closer to the... All right, we'll do that again then. What do you think, Mac? Like it? What about you, Lucy? You settling in all right? What do we think? Lucy, happy? Mac, are you happy? Mark, happy? Okay, so we're all settled, just about to make a cup of tea. I think we're starting to realise that it's a very small space for 2 adults and 2 dogs. There's a lot of shuffling past each other going on. There's been a couple of dog escapes when we've opened the door, and actually it's only one, isn't it? One, we took them, and the other one he's shot out because I've just taken them for a bit of a walk around the campsite, and there are rabbits. These are Jack Russells. You can guess the rest. So he shot out the door after a rabbit, but he came back quite quickly, didn't he?
He just stood in the middle of the road thinking, what do I do now?
What do I do now?
I don't recognise where I am, and it's all dark. I'm just going to stand still.
So we are all sorted though. We're all comfortable. We've got the kettle on, tea in the pot. We've got our Hello Fresh to cook. It'll be the first time I've cooked in the van. The heating definitely works. It is like a little toasty roasting dish in here, isn't it?
It is, yes.
I don't know where a toasty roasting dish came from. But it's very, very warm. I've brought enough clothes to take me to the Arctic, so I don't think I'm going to need those overnight. Let's see how we get on. All is good. We're going to have a cup of tea, and then we're going to just chill for a few minutes, and I'm going to attempt to cook dinner in a camper van, which I've never done before. Wish me luck.
wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow, and the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this: if you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit, there's a new day to leave behind your troubles. There's a new day, and it will set you free. There's a new day to get you through your struggles. I will always.
So this isn't a bad spot for Sunday breakfast. We're at Ferry Meadows in Peterborough at the Lakeside Cafe, and it's absolutely gorgeous here. I come here quite often, so we've only come locally for our very first overnight camping trip in the campervan, because we didn't want to risk going too far and finding that we had problems. But we're very fortunate to have this just 35 minutes away from home. The dogs are not particularly great at sitting still. We need to get them a little bit more trained, I think, to stay less excitable. It's really quite warm today, isn't it?
It's nice. We're out of the breeze, and that sun's rising high.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love autumn. Stunning, isn't it?
Think of you and me.
It's not deserted, but we just happened to have picked a moment where...
In the middle of a large city, on the edge of a large city.
We are, yeah.
And you wouldn't know.
It's gorgeous. Honestly, I don't think the camera does this justice. It's just it's like magical. You got the leaves just twinkling down from the trees. Just endless golden trees and leaves. It's stunning. Apparently Ferry Meadows has been voted the second best country park, was it?
Yeah, or family friendly park in the UK.
Second best country park, family friendly country park in the UK. Which is quite incredible really, because Peterborough isn't necessarily the nicest city in the country. It's absolutely gorgeous, and this walk it's just an archway of beauty all the way. Stunning. Well, I think we could call that an absolute success. What do you reckon?
Very good, considering it was a short notice. Yes, very good.
We were so unprepared and unplanned. We literally decided with an hour's notice that we were going to take the van and find a campsite.
In the dark.
In the dark. We didn't even have any toilet chemicals, but it didn't matter because Ferry Meadows campsite had brilliant facilities. We didn't video them, but actually the facilities were top notch. Well, if that's the standard and it's the only thing we've got to go by, if that is the standard, that's brilliant. So we don't know if they're good or bad, but they were top notch. So if there's better out there, they must be perfect. I'm kind of waffling now.
It was far above my expectations.
Yeah,
they were warm, they were clean, there were plenty of the facilities. Very good.
And We were really surprised as well, bearing in mind it's the 17th of November, so we're out of season. Pretty much every park up at the campsite was taken. I would say it was probably 90% full.
I reckon, yeah.
But it was very quiet. I guess the benefit, without being too controversial, was we didn't see any children.
Yay.
So it was very quiet.
Apart from our 2 yappy children.
Apart from our 2 yappy ones. But even they kind of got used to the van after a while. So initially when we opened the doors, they just wanted to shoot off, especially when they discovered there were rabbits outside. But actually this morning we've opened the door a few times, and we probably wouldn't leave it open, but just opening it while we came in and out, they didn't do a dash and a rush to get out. So I guess they've got to get used to this as well. So we're literally just heading home now from our mega first camping trip, which is like 20 miles away from home. But I think it was a sensible thing to do, to go somewhere close in case we had a problem. We could easily get back home, but we didn't have a problem. We actually found it really easy. We cooked dinner in the van last night.
Ah, but we had no garlic.
Oh, I forgot the garlic. So a jar of lazy garlic, that's what I need to get. So yeah, I think all things considered, we can call that a success. Yay! The dogs did do a little bit of whining when they were wishing they were our side of the bed. We put the tabletop as a barrier between the front and the back of the van, so where we were sleeping in the back, the dogs were in the front. They had their beds, but I think they would have rather have been snuggled up in the sleeping bags with us. But there you go, they're dogs after all. They don't feel like dogs, do they? They feel like our children.
I hate to say the term, they're fur babies.
They are fur babies.
Will restore us.